Good afternoon, students. So in company law revision, next class we are going to discuss about the company's classification. So what do you mean by what do you mean by a company, and what are the features, merits and demerits of a company we discussed in the previous class. So next class we are going to discuss about the company's classification. So in that classifications, actually we are going to discuss about, right, what type of companies are there, right? So what type of companies are there, and on the basis of what the companies are there and how many are there. Next we are going to discuss about that. So here I have given a slide or a diagram about the classification of companies. So in that, first, on the basis of incorporation, on the basis of liability, on the basis of control, and on the basis of transferability of shares, right? So on the basis of incorporation, we have three companies: chartered companies, statutory and registered. On the basis of liability, we have limited by shares, guarantee and unlimited companies. On the basis of control, or else we can say that on the basis of ownership, because ownership or in the sense control, same meaning. So on the basis of ownership or on the basis of control, we have two, that is holding and subsidiary companies, right? So even government companies are also comes under this on the basis of ownership only. So next one, on the basis of transferability of shares. So on the basis of transferability of shares, we have public companies and private companies. So when you comes under these companies, domestic and foreign companies, or else we can say that Indian companies or foreign companies, these are comes under actually on the basis of nationality. So on the basis of nationality, we have domestic companies and foreign companies. One man company is a company which was recently added according to the Companies Act 2013. And the next one, company is not for profit. That means all non-government organizations, or non-profitable organizations are comes under this type of companies, right? So but according to syllabus, we have to discuss about this incorporation, liability, control and the transferability of shares. So in that, we need to discuss each and every type of companies according to the basics, right? So I will go to the next slide. So it's about on the base of incorporation of company. So I have given you the description according to the basics. So if you will observe, these are the base of incorporation, base of liability, base of control, or basis of ownership, and base of transferability of shares, and basis of nationality, right? So we are going to discuss each basis, what is chartered company, what is statutory, what is registered, what is unlimited. So next we are going to discuss about that. So first I'll go with the according to incorporation. So according to incorporation, we have three, that is chartered, statutory and registered company. So here you have the same information which is there in your material. So what do you mean by chartered companies? The companies which are established under the head of king or under the head of any states are known to be as a chartered company. So previously we have like East India Company, chartered companies, or if we are under the rule of kings or queens, we can say that the name of that company is under the name of a king or under the name of a queen or under the ruling company. So whoever is comes under the ruling, we can say that that company is known to be as that. So if for example British company, East India Company, Portuguese company, so all these were the companies, so which we these type of companies are not existed now, right? So these type of privileges for undertaking the companies for various commercial activities. So if the company violates any rules regarding to the head of the state, that means regarding to the king's rules or king's regulations, if any the company is not obeying with that, so immediately the company will be closed. But nowadays these type of companies are not existed in India, right? So next one, statutory companies. Statutory companies are completely under the special act of parliament. So those companies are established based on the specific act or based on specific bill, which are established by the parliamentary activities, or which are established by the state legislation or by the act of parliament. So those companies are known to be as a statutory companies. For example, we can say that RBI, Reserve Bank of India, IRDA, Insurance Regulatory Development Authority, or Industrial Corporation of India, IDBI. So all these are comes under the various statutory companies. If you will observe, these statutory companies, they will not use the word limited or private limited, because see, right, limited is a word which will be used only for public companies. For private companies, private limited is a word when they can use at the last of the company's name. But whenever we comes to the statutory companies, see, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, so there is no there is no limited. So here in the statutory companies, they will not use the limited word. And next one, registered companies. Registered companies are the companies casually which are registered under the Companies Act 1956 or under the Companies Act 2013, 15 or 17. So which were registered under these under these acts, those are known to be as registered companies. So next one, according to the liability. So according to liability, we have three companies limited by shares, limited by guarantee, and unlimited companies. So what comes under limited in the sense here, the limited liability. So whatever depends on the liability of the person here, the liability of the shareholders. So based on their liability, the companies will be different. So see, right, whenever the company's capital is mainly raised, the company's capital is mainly raised from the share capital. That means the capital of the company will be distributed into the various shares of the shareholders, right? So all the shareholders, they will contribute their share amount as a capital to the company, right? So whatever whatever they are paying to that, right? So whatever they are paying to that, if the company is limited, that means if any of the company's liability is completely limited, depends on the shares of a company, if the liability is limited, that type of companies or comes under limited companies. But whereas here we depends on the limitation of shares is comes under limited by shares. Then what is limited by guarantee? So limited by guarantee in the sense here, the members are guaranteed to pay certain sum of the money in case of winding up, whether there is liability or whether there is a liability is there for a shareholder or not. If the person is having liability, then he will pay the amount to the company when the company is in a situation of winding up. So if the person is not having any liability, but if he has given any guarantee in case of winding up, if the person wants to give the amount to the company, that comes under limited by guarantee, right? So here the required to buy shares of fixed value or also giving some guarantee for more sums in the event of the liquidation of, or in the event of liquidation, or in the event of winding up of the company. So last one, unlimited companies. Unlimited companies in the sense without having the limited, that means where the shareholders in these unlimited companies, the shareholders are having more liability. That means unlimited liability is there for a shareholder. So whether he has paid his part payment for his shares also, even in the case of winding up without guarantee given by the shareholders, so the liability is there for each and every shareholder in this type of companies. So that companies are known to be as a unlimited company. So unlimited companies are nowadays not existed. Nowadays these companies are not existed. So we have only limited by shares and limited by guarantee. But according to limited by guarantee also, limited by shares companies are very are there in a society comparing to the limited by guarantee. Why? Because here every shareholder wants to pay his share amount towards to the company. So he don't want to give the guarantee in the case of winding up of a company, whatever the situation of the company, right? So whatever the situation of the company, if the shareholder, he will act as a shareholder in a company only, right? So next one, according to the transferability of shares. So based on the transferability of the shares, we have private companies and the public companies. As you know, right, the private company is a company which is totally under the control of private people. You know, right, the minimum members in the private company is 2 and maximum is 50. The maximum is 50 according to the Indian Companies Act 1956, but according to the Companies Act 2013, so the maximum is 250. 250 they can be shareholders, that means 250 shareholders, 250 members may there in the private companies. So whenever you comes for public companies, so according to Companies Act 2013, other than all the private companies or comes under public companies. So where the public company means where the large public is very much interested to put their investment as shares in the companies. So those companies, that mean those type of companies are known to be as the public companies, though the minimum in the public companies is 7 members and maximum is unlimited. So maximum unlimited shareholders will be there, but minimum 7 should be there when it is a public company. And you know, right, the difference between private and public company. So here main differences, you can write the minimum number of members, maximum number of members, and the meaning, and you know the last word, that means the limited word. Limited word should be there at the name, the last name of the public company. If it is private, they should use private limited company. For example, ABC and Co Private Limited. So or ABC Co, and if it is a public company, ABC Co Limited, right? So like that. And at the same time, if you know the certificate of incorporation, that means COI certificate. So COI certificate is needed by the public companies only. So COI is needed in COI is needed is both in the public and private companies. So private companies, whenever they got COI certificate whenever they got the COI certificate, they can they can start the business. But in the case of public company, so along with the COI, company compulsory should get the certificate called certificate of commencement. That means commencement of certificate should be there for a public company when it wants to start the business, right? So next one, and this is according to the transferability of shares. So next one, on the basis of ownership. So on the basis of ownership, we have government companies, holding companies, and subsidiary companies. So what is a government company? So government company is totally under the control of either a central government or a state government, right? So if the majority of the shares and majority of the capital is comes under by the government, so that companies comes under the government companies. So government companies may register under the both as a public or private limited companies, but even though the management is remains with the remains with the government only. So as it comes under public or private, but even though the management is only with the government. And we know that the government company is a company which 51% of the share capital is held by the central or a state government. So that company is known to be as a government company. So even see, right, the subsidiary company of a government company is also comes under a government company, right? So as what do you mean by subsidiary company? Here we have the last point, what is holding and what is subsidiary company. So holding company is a company which can control all the policies of other company, right? So all the policies of other company by using the capital or by using the directors of that company is known to be as a holding company. So to which company's policies it is controlling, that other company is known to be as a subsidiary company. So subsidiary, for example, see, A is a company which is having 51% of the, which is having the A's 51% share capital is comes from the B company only. So at that time we can say that A is a subsidiary company to B. So B is known to be as a holding company and A is known to be as a subsidiary company. So how it comes under? So based on the formation of the directors, here I mentioned. So based on the formation of directors, so based on the voting rights of a company, so based on that, here we can say that even based on the shares, so based on the shares of a company, that means based on the sharing capital of a company, we can decide the companies comes under the holding or a subsidiary company. So next one, according to the nationality, that means on the basis of nationality we have two companies, one is Indian companies and other one is foreign companies. So Indian companies in the sense the company whichever is incorporated India according to the Companies Act 1956 but may have the branches outside. So the company's main branches is within India, but if the company is operating in India or outside of India is comes under Indian company. But whenever we comes to the foreign company means a company which is incorporated outside of the India but having place of the branches or agencies within inside of the country. That means inside of the India is known to be as a foreign companies. So foreign companies may have the agencies or branches in the India, but they have to give the information even if the foreign company is incorporated outside, but even though the information which is there for a foreign company should be give or should be submitted to the registrar of companies in India. So these companies are comes under the Indian companies and the foreign companies. So this is the class about the classification of companies. Mm, so in the next class we'll discuss some other topic from the unit 1, guys. Okay, and stay home and stay safe, guys. Thank you.